right, good morning, cyber traders. Happy Tuesday. Good to see you all. Welcome back, Lawrence. Good to see you all. Grant, good to see you all. Everyone, Andrea. Hope you're getting ready for that Christmas cookies and everything, getting ready for the year. Andrea's always been a great contributor to the staff, but thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Everybody, good. Welcome back. Looks like we're having a very slow morning. We're down about 49 points. Didn't really see too much going on in the pre-market. We took a nasty hit yesterday on the Dow and on the NASDAQ. I mean, it just really got very brutal yesterday. Just bringing back some of the charts here. Some of us took a little bit of a hit on some swing trades, day trades. We got a couple of stocks that made pretty good, some really cheap ones. I'm going to talk a little bit about them. And it seems like a lot of these stocks that did make their moves regarding about in the pre-market really kicked in after the market. Now, if you were here this morning, if you were here yesterday, we were talking a little bit about it. We said, you know what, there were some stocks out there. We didn't like it, but you know what, some things did turn up. And it came in late. Some of them came like at 10 o'clock in the morning. So let's talk a little bit about that before we go into and not freak out about the market taking a big hit. But one little statistic I do want to bring up. I don't hope everyone's not living in a box. But does everyone know what's going on in China? Just out of curiosity. Does everybody know what's going on? Just say yes or no. Okay, good. Everyone, and YouTube, everybody here on YouTube? I didn't get any yeses on YouTube or on Facebook. Good. So how does that affect us, as a trader? These catastrophes do make opportunities. I want to talk a little bit about Apple because Apple, I don't know if you heard about this, but there was something that Apple did something with China regarding about the airdrops, how they actually did an update on the phone. And, now I know a lot of us are a little technical inclined, can't only do certain things, but they did something about the airdrops that could stop people from talking to each other. And this is how obviously certain people talk to each other to do these protests and everything. But it only works in China. They stopped it. And the big thing about what's happening, it just shows you how powerful China is because something happened with Apple, and it is affecting Apple because Apple is going to get affected by their sales of their phones. So I don't know if they strong-arm them or whatever it may be. Say, hey, listen, you know what? I don't know what they said, but it's kind of weird. But the point I'm bringing up is this. You could short Apple. Okay, you could short Apple, and not only that, the other news that's coming out, everyone heard about with Musk taking over Twitter, that Apple is looking and Google looking to take them off the Apple Store. So he's like, okay, great. You know what? How about I just start my own phone? You know what I mean? And because you're paying 30% to apps, whoever has an app and stuff like that. And you know what? Listen, the guy could take us out of space and build one of the best electric cars out there and was the first one to do it. I think he can come out with a phone. So you know what? Be careful of biting the hand that bites you, that feeds you. But I think Apple could have a big issue right here. I know a lot of people are big fans of it. Listen, I'm a fan. I have an Apple too. But with the protests going on, and then even with the Apple Store, I'm more concerned about the protests more than anything because it looks like it's really. I think these people lost their patience already, and I could see it being some big things. But when you have companies like Apple starting to get involved and worrying about their bottom line, it could be a good short, So that's why when I was looking this morning and I was looking at from last year to this year, the Dow's not down that much. The composite, the NASDAQ is down like 28%. The NASDAQ the New York was only down, I think they said about like 6% from last year. You could see it right here. It's not down that much. We made a big recovery here. But the NASDAQ is down pretty bad. So high-tech stocks have an issue. So we're going to have fun, though. So not good for the China family. No, it's not, Grant. But listen, as a trader, I tell you this all the time. Those catastrophes make opportunities for us because we don't get political here. It has nothing to do about if you're on the left or on the right or the center, or you're for a Green New Deal, if you're for drilling, or you're for hunting. It does nothing to do with that. And some of you here, in the trading room, we stop all that. But if I bring it up, okay, and if you feel insulted, this trading is not for you. Quit. It's not for you because when you listen, my mentor always told me one valuable lesson, and this is what separates us become to succeed as a trader or not. He says, Fausto, once you think you know something about the stock market, you're going to lose all your money. And I'm like, well, what does that mean? Because it doesn't matter what you think. It's what the street thinks. Okay, it's what they want to buy and sell. So when you start taking your beliefs involved and like, oh, I'm not going to trade that because, oh, that's not going to happen. I love Apple. It's the greatest thing since sliced bread. They changed everything. Okay, no problem. You know what? If I could short it, damn well I'm going to get in that short. Why not? So, and I know there are people out there like, oh, Fausto, you're freaking me out. I own the stock. Just out of curiosity, there was a stock that we traded yesterday. Okay, you want to talk about something getting crushed? Okay, it was this stock right here, DBGI, stock we traded yesterday. I just want you guys to take a very hard look at this stock right here. Okay, we traded this stock on yesterday. We did pretty well on it. This stock last year in June went all the way up to $850. And let's forget about $850. $500 for a whole month. It was trading there. $500. You go back and you tell those, and you say, okay, well, it was the greatest thing since sliced bread. You know what? That stock was trading all the way down to $3. And if you let your personal beliefs get involved and didn't know how to get out of it, you would have got crushed right there. Remember the biggest thing we teach you at Cyber Trade University. It's not about making money. It's about controlling the losses. That's everyone's issue. Everybody wants to learn how to trade. Everybody was like, oh, Fausto, what are you buying? Oh, let me subscribe to your Twitter feed. Oh, what's your watch list? Oh, what's your news? No. We let you watch. We don't come out with hot lists. We don't come out with buy lists. We don't tell anybody what to buy and sell. We teach you how to figure for yourself. The biggest thing we're going to teach you, and I repeat it every day, is teach you how to lose money, which leads me to, I just want to make one thank you. And we always thank everybody for taking the time to write these. But we got Mike wrote us a really nice review because he did phenomenal yesterday. And I'm going to post that in here, just repeat it again so everybody could see that. So it's basically a review from Mike, how we transform his life in trading. Hopefully everybody gets a chance to to read it. But Mike wrote us a really, really nice review on Google, and I just want to share it to you because he was so happy because, listen, all we ask is this. You do well, please go out there and just write a review because you know what, there's some really bad actors out there, and I know a lot of people can say, you know what, this guy took me for this, and I spent this and that, and, in the long term, it works out better. In the short term, it kind of sucks for us. So, they all think that we're the bad people. Not all of us. I've been doing it for 30 years. I've seen people come and go. And I just want to kind of just reiterate that. So if you're in the cyber group room, or in the trading room, we posted a link up there. If you can, we always recommend, please give us a really good review. It kind of really helps us. You know what's so funny? And I'm going to get right to the watch list. I don't want to miss out. If you do a search, I'm going to teach you guys a very good lesson. If you do a search, any other companies, you'll even notice that Google review doesn't even come up on the right. And you know why that is? Their reviews are so bad that you're technically allowed to take them off. And then they have this company called Pilot Trade, whatever it's called. What's that other company they have? Pilot something? Pilot Reviews? That thing is such a scam. Don't ever listen to it. If you see somebody has that, they call us all the time and say, hey, would you want to do Trustpilot? That's what it is, Trustpilot. That is the biggest scam, that you get the fake reviews in that one too. So anyone you want to review is definitely on Google. And the Better Business Bureau, that also. Now, let's go through some of the watch lists. There were a couple of, regarding about yesterday, let's just talk about some stocks we traded yesterday, and then we'll go through the watch list. We had DBGI that moved really nicely yesterday. Look at this gorgeous stock, $800 stock. This stock right out of the gate, bam, ran from $6.20 all the way up to $9. Everyone killed it, including Mike did phenomenal on that. I know I got an email from one of my traders. He sent me, you know what? I'm going to share it with you. Do I have it here? He's showing me, he says, Fausto, I made $5,000 on that stock yesterday. It was the best I've ever made on a stock. Where is it? Here it is, student. Yeah, here's his email. Here, gains $10,000. This is what Mike sent me right here. Okay, Friday's position, net $5,000. Just kind of show you that. And all I said to him, just write me a nice review. That's all I asked him. Is just write me a nice review, and Mike did it. Congratulations, that's great. And I get that all the time. So just to show you, and he's not the only one. If you're watching, a bunch of you did really well on that stock. But don't worry about it. There's plenty more out there that moved. That's just basically normal. Listen, 90% of the stocks we call out, you're going to miss, but you only need 10% of them. That's it. So don't look at this as just one out of a fluke. We get them all the time. And believe me, stock up, up 60, 70% is not a lot compared to sometimes we were on some stocks that went up 500%, 300% in an hour. Anyway, there were a couple other stocks too. AVCTI I want to bring up. That one was nice. It was cheap. It was inexpensive. It was more of a level one stock, AVCT. I think everyone liked that one right there. I said, listen, this stock was $140. Look at this thing. Look what this stock was at. Okay. You want to talk about that other one? Look at this one. These stocks get crushed. All right. If you don't know how to get out of them, that's how you blow up your account. Okay. That one was a pretty good TBLA. That one shot up pretty quickly and came back down. And then we had this GCT that moved pretty good yesterday. That one ran from $6. It was nice because it ran in the middle of the day. So for some of you West Coast or some people later, that will move pretty nicely from I would say to 7 to 8 was really nice. You could see that we traded as a new IPO that came out. Some of you remember we traded this stock. It literally ran in one day, ran from $24 to $60. And, it was just a great short squeeze. It was a lot of fun on that one too. But anyway, that's the past. Let's turn the page because I don't talk about the past. I like to talk about the future. And the future is what's moving today. What are we going to watch this morning? So there were a couple of stocks that we did find. You had this stock right here, VIVK. It was okay. I mean, the stock that I thought was a little bit more interesting was this one. It traded 2.5 million shares. What I liked about this stock right here was we had a nice little iceberg order right here. I'm just going to bring it up and show you on my level 4. Just load up some more data. So you can see these orders started showing up right around here. And that was about 8:15. I just got to go back an hour earlier. You could see no one was out here, but program trading kicks in around 8 o'clock in the morning. And then once they started showing up, you could start seeing that now we're starting to channel in that price. Remember, the goal is you have to follow the money. But the ASPI, we saw this happen yesterday. We found a couple of stocks on the watch list. They really didn't move. And then all of a sudden they picked up once the market opened up. So that one's pretty good. This one also, big snap. $200 stock down to $250. It's so scary. You think it's just one. My God, there's just so many of them out there. My God, this is terrible. ONCS. You know what? One thing I feel bad for. Sometimes I hear people like, "Oh my God, you really going to trade that stock?" I lost my shirt on that. They're like, "Oh my God, it's a screaming buy right now." It's like. And then there are some people like, oh my God, I sold that stock. I lost 50% of my money. I had it at 150. I sold that at 100. I couldn't take it anymore. It's down to 250. Well, that's what trading. You got to know how to play the game. Anyway, this stock right here, volume is pretty good. It's cheap. It's moving pretty nicely. I'm seeing some orders show up right now. Just loading up my data right here and getting some more data here because I'm only going to see it right around 8:30. But it looks like we're getting some big buyers right here right now. You see there's a nice little iceberg orders right around that 420. So we could see where the program trading is on those stocks. So, and that's basically why it hit that resistance levels here and backed right off. So that one's not bad. The ONCS, it's only up 25%. It's not even up that much actually. VIVK, cheap little stock, 400,000 shares. A lot of you remember we traded this stock. You could see it over last year. It had these really big spikes, but it came back down. A lot of it are, if you did your journals like we taught you to, you'll notice that these stocks do. This stock has a lot of head fakes in it. What we noticed. This stock is garbage. BILI, another $160 stock. Well, what a coincidence, right? It feels so funny how they're all starting to show up on a watch list. BILI, not terrible. It's making a new high. It's a little bit more on the volatile side. From what I remember, we traded it. It's got good iceberg orders in it also. Losers, really nothing going on in the losers list. Don't really see anything that jumps out at me that we could do some good shorts right there. New York Stock Exchange, ETF right here, ZH, Chinese stock. Let me tell you, Chinese stocks are like all over the place. I mean, with all that crap that's going on in China right now, let me tell you, a lot of those stocks are getting affected by it. EXPR, yeah, these all. It looks like there's nothing going on in New York Stock Exchange. CC, yeah, looks like everything's pretty much slow. I mean, the market is only down 43 points. We were up like 10, 15 before. 75, I think we were, and now we're down. But my God, there's just so many things going on in China. Wow, it's gonna get pretty crazy. Anyway, we know what to look for. We talked about how to unfortunately make those catastrophes into opportunities for us. Remember, we are traders. Don't hold things personal to anything, because if you do, you're gonna get crushed. And you just got to know when to move on and buy something else. But you could see some of these stocks that we found, the prices that they were at. You saw what we traded before, and and you could see like there's always opportunities. The key is just be in cash. Now, for some of you here, I just want to clarify something. You know that we're very big fans of day trading. And I was talking to one of my students yesterday, and she was getting a little nervous. She's like, I think this is a little fast for me. I don't know if I have time to do it. Listen, we do swing trading here. Okay, we have a great swing trading course also, but you have to understand what's happening over the course of the day to be a good swing trader, because what happens, all it is it's times 5. Okay, so if you like something and and you see it as a day trade, the pattern is exactly the same on a swing trade. It's just more riskier and it's more longer, and you got to trade less shares. That's really what it comes down to it. So, but going out there and think you're going to trade options, that's great. But if you can't even make money just trading the stock, there's no way you're going to become a good options trader. It is that much harder. You know what I mean? I always say, who's more wealthier, the person who owns the house or the person that rents the house? So renting is pretty cool, and it's nice because you can afford to rent, but most times you own before you rent. So just be very careful on what you're jumping into. Let's get right into the market. Opens up in 10 minutes, everyone. Thanks for listening. We'll be back. Listen, Josh has Traders Talk today on Tuesday, so don't go anywhere after 11 o'clock. Hopefully you enjoy classes. If you're watching YouTube, Facebook Live, if you want to come and join us, just like us, friend us. We'll get you in our trading room. It's the original trading room, been around for over 30 years. Come and join the original one and see what we're trading all day. And don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube, our Facebook, and our Twitter also. Thanks, everyone. Happy trading. Cyber traders, like we always say, you see something, you say something, all right? Good luck, everyone. Happy trading.